I basically own all these.
I know you do.
I'm about to not own any of them.
Because they're all
we've already sold 23 of these, by the way. Okay, so we've just already sold 23. So it's what I have. I've got 200 coins, which is every coin that's in existence, okay, at the end of the day. I've seen a few of these coins out there in NGC or PCGS. They started about $5,400 roughly, to about $5,400 to about $10,000 in NGC or PCGS. I've seen no other annex coins that are out there. Some of the folks who bought them for $1,500 may be out there at $2,000 or $2,500.
Mike is asking for all of you to return them.
That's right. If you bought them at $1,500 2 weeks ago, please. I would exercise your return privilege immediately if I were you. No, really, keep them, enjoy them. It's an amazing coin. Here's what this is. This is the single rarest silver eagle that the United States government has in essence ever made when it comes from the Congratulation set. The government made 5,966 of these. I have all of these coins by a pure and total anomaly. In other words, I have all these coins because I was literally too lazy to return them. I mean, literally, that's the only reason we have these coins.
Just being honest.
Everybody I know, all the dealers, because we bought 2016 Congratulation sets, and in all honesty, they just didn't sell that well. And we didn't try to sell them. And they were, you know, just the regular price on them. And everybody just sent them all back to the Mint.
Oh.
I just didn't get around to it. And so all of a sudden the Mint says, that's it, we're done with them. They destroyed all the ones that went back. They released, we only did 5,966, and just like that, the rarest silver eagle in American history was born, as you can see right here. So the 2016 Congratulation set, American Silver Eagles. Here's what I can tell you is this will be my final full presentation at $1,999.95. Because right now, currently in the marketplace, to find an ungraded set, I think the going rate is somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,200 to $1,400 for an ungraded 2016 Congratulation set that you would then send into the grading company in hopes of getting a 70, and that's why the NGCs and PCGSs, like I said, are running 5,000.
And what are the chances of that?
6,000, 7,000, right.
Slim to none, isn't it?
Slim to none, yeah, slim to none. Well, out of this, I mean I was getting about, they actually graded pretty well, about 30%.
Okay.
So I had a bunch of, I had most of the mintage of these things, like I said, by pure happenstance, in all honesty. And so it was great, and so I was able to pass along that price. Well, I had to go out in the marketplace and start buying, and that's why we had to raise the price. So I found 100 sets here, I found another guy that had 50 sets here, and then I found another 100 sets there, and now they're all gone. And all of a sudden, and I got those at fairly reasonable prices. If I went into the marketplace to buy these sets today, at current market value, and have these in PR70 and sell them here, I would be a minimum of $3,000. Wow. I would be a minimum of $3,000. So let me explain to you why this is a big deal. Because I know, look, I understand at $1999.95, it's a lot of money. I get that, okay? Well, let me explain to you the historical significance of this. The American Silver Eagle is by far and away the most popularly collected silver coin in the world today. There's no doubt about that. Special edition, special set American Silver Eagles, of course, are the standard of collectability. The 10th anniversary, 20th anniversary, 25th anniversary, those coins. And until now, until this coin, the unicorn coin, if you will, was the 1995W. You've heard me mention it and talk about it in an offhand manner almost, okay? For many, many years here. The last one I sold here was $29,000, $29,995. The government made 31,000 of those. That has been the rarest American Silver Eagle in the history of the United States Mint. It is $30,000 for a 31,000 mintage. This coin is not 31,000. This coin is 5,966 sets. I'm not talking about PR70s. I'm talking about pure sets in existence, period. That's what you have in terms of this, 5,000. And I know it seems like, well, you know, how come you have these? Because I got them all. Like I said, you go searching, just search anywhere you want. I don't care.
You're like our MacGyver.
That's right. You know, you can search anywhere you want, price anything you want. You're just not going to find them for less than $1999.95. That I can tell you. That I can guarantee you. And that's just the facts. So now you have this coin. So you have the rarest coin up until now was 29,000. Then the next rarest coin I'm actually going to show right after this, which is the 2015 Philadelphia minted Mint State American Silver Eagle. Can we show that? It's actually the coin right after this. The government made 79,000 of those coins, and we're going to sell that coin, and I've sold a fair number of those coins.
$4,599.
$4,599. So here you have the 3 rarest American silver eagles. The 3rd rarest, and the rarest mint state coin, is $4,600. Then the next rarest, is going to be the 1995 W proof American silver eagle. That's $30,000. And then the coin that is the rarest of them all by 5 times is then this coin.
Whoa, and you're getting it at $19.99.
So you have the 3 rarest at $2,000, $30,000. So now the progression should be 4,600, 30,000, whatever. That's why you've seen this coin. I've seen this coin out there already at other grading services at $10,000.
10,000.
Yeah.
Really?
Now, here's the thing. Once again, my last final and ultimate presentation here of $1,999.95, period. That's it. This is the last time I'm going to be able to offer this at this. Now, if I go out in the marketplace and I'm spending $1,200 or $1,300 or $1,400 or $1,500 and I'm getting 1 out of every 4 sets, I can bring this back at $3,000 or $3,500 or $4,000. I'm going to have to get closer to that market price of $5,000 to $7,000 to $10,000.
So my recommendation is not to wait.
Yes.
Seriously.
That's the key.
The price has gone up so much in the last 2 weeks that I know it's $19.99, but listening to Mike and hearing the story of the other coins that surround this in terms of rarity and the value and the increase in that's why we collect coins. You know, that's what we hope for. And I can't think of a better coin to really have such a strong chance at that happening.
There's no doubt. And so as we do, I think about what we might be best keeping track of is the sold quantity on this.
Already over 30.
We're at 31.
Yep.
That's right. We're at 31 coins sold as we speak right here. So I want to go back again, and people are saying, so, okay, so what's the big deal? Rarity, collectability, desirability. So in coin collecting, the single most important determining factor of value is what? It's condition. It's certified perfect. So while they only did 5,966 of the Congratulation sets that you see right here, remember, only a fraction of those are perfect PR70.
Good point.
Only a small fraction of those are absolutely perfect. So you start with rarity on a relatively unprecedented, an exactly unprecedented level, okay? You know, I try to be as precise as possible. So when you look at mintage, by set designation, whether it be 10th anniversary, 20th anniversary, 25th anniversary, any way you want to look at it, you know, supplemental mint. This is the rarest silver eagle ever made by the United States government. Wow. Okay? The rarest silver eagle ever made by the United States government because it comes out of the Congratulation set. And so that's what makes it so rare and so desirable and so collectible. And that is what is driving this, and that is why this is the coin that's out there. The coin is so phenomenally collectible because it's you simply cannot duplicate this. It is simply not duplicative. You just can't do this because the United States government. So the 2017 Congratulations. I have a few of those. Go to hsn.com. They're $469. You know how many they made?
How many?
75,000.
Okay.
It sold out in 3 minutes from the United States Mint.
Wow.
So that coin's $469. They made 75,000. This coin is only about 13 times rarer. This coin is only about 13 times rarer, okay, than that coin. And that coin's $469 or $479, and I think the edition limit on that we had was $479. I think I got 36 coins or something like that, or 24 coins, or we sold all the rest of them at $479. So this one is the one before that. It just happens to be 6 times rarer, as designated from the Congratulation set. So when you look at a coin, the thing that you want to do in terms of collectability is you have to ascertain, is it a coin that by denomination is collectible and desirable? Well, it's the American Silver Eagle. It's the most popularly collected silver coin in the world today, okay, bar none. So then once within that, okay, is it high grade? It's certified perfect, of course. Certified perfect, of course. Then you want to look at mintage. Okay, so then you have how many were made, and then you have what's called conditional rarity. So how many were made, and then how many are perfect? How many are in the grade that you're buying? Okay, when you put all of those things together, then you understand what this is. So you have the rarest American Silver Eagle. So you check that box. Only one of those, only one coin can have that box checked, and it's this one. Then, is it perfect? It is indeed. What is the mintage? 5,966 congratulation sets is all that were made, period.
Wait, how many?
5,966.
Wow.
Now you have to understand, in the world of the American Silver Eagle, in this similar price point, there's the 25th anniversary. It's a little bit less, but they made 100,000 coins.
There you go.
It's one of the incredible examples that is out there in the marketplace today of collectible Silver Eagles. Is the 25th anniversary, and this coin is almost 20 times rarer, okay? This coin is almost 20 times rarer. And we have almost 50 sold now. Now here's what I want to talk about. This is where my history comes into this, having done this. Every now and then we run across something where I'm, in essence, we're the market. In other words, we own all the coins. I basically have all the coins of a coin that's this significant. The last time I had something like this, and I sold it, you know, I sold it here, was the 1999 W American Silver Eagle that had a West Point mint mark on what we call a mint state blank. So it was supposed to be a proof coin, and it wasn't. And I remember selling that coin originally here for, I think it was about $399. Gold was like 300 bucks an ounce. $399. And I said, buy them. You know, and I had like 500 coins. Well, it turns out the entire mintage of those was maybe 3,000 coins. And I ended up having like 2,100 of them, okay? Because I got to the right guy. Now I had to pay the price. So we started at 500, then it was 800, then it was 1,000. Today it's like 6,000.
Whoa.
Okay, for that coin in 70. And I remember at the time, I mean, you know, people were buying them and people were buying them and people were buying them, and then they got it and they understood that what happened is it's not what I can offer this coin at this price where nobody else can. It's simply we are making the market. The fact of the matter is I could put 5,000 on this coin like everybody else out there, and I could sell 3 or 5 or 8 or 10 or 12, okay, in a week. I mean, I had these on last night. We sold 12. By the time you and I had got on, started selling this, we'd sold 26. So we sold 13 on hsn.com during the day. Okay, just people getting in. And we could have done this. Yeah, we're a third of the way through the entire quantity on this, and this is like the ever quantity. Okay, this is like this is like any other quantity that I get on this will be measured in dozens.
Well, and at
best, dozens at best.
We're at about 60 sold at this point. And I mean, seriously, HSN, we reach a lot of people. You know, this is a live broadcast. So for collectors especially, even new collectors, anybody who wants to, let's face it, like when we buy something, why not collect something that, you know, it's money. You're collecting, you're buying money, you're investing in money, and you're investing, you can hear the history of some of these rare coins. They've gone up so substantially. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, I hate always doing that.
I know we can't predict the future,
but all I can do is tell you what's happened in the past.
Exactly.
Because that I know. And I know what's happened to this coin. Look, I sold the 10th anniversary coin when it came out for, I don't know, 250 bucks. I've sold them for 30,000 these days. So all I can do is tell you that when you start talking about the American Silver Eagle, what you're talking about is a coin that is so phenomenally significant, from a collecting standpoint. This is the, I'm a Texas boy. This is the bell cow, okay?
There you go.
Of the modern numismatic market, okay? This is the one that leads the pack, okay? This is I always go back to my Texas roots.
I come from North Dakota,
originally.
I get it.
Yeah, that's right, you get that. And I'd like to say hello to my sister who lives in Houston.
Is she okay?
Just got back into her house. They're okay.
Goodness.
I mean, you know, lost some stuff, and like everybody did. But, you know, their house is still there. So all the people of Houston, I feel for you and understand that. But when it comes to what drives the market in numismatics, it's the American Silver Eagle.
And this is it.
It's the American Silver Eagle.
This one.
And so if you're going to have a coin that is the most prominent coin in the marketplace, which is what this coin is, should you get which coin? You can get the coin that is the rarest if you can afford it. Now, normally the case, up until today, that coin was the 1995 W, and in this condition, you're looking at literally, quite literally, a $30,000 coin. Wow. A $30,000 coin. Now, here's the thing. I understand it's 1999.95. And I understand that we are starting to approach sellout. I see these trickling in 2s and 3s. Clearly some dealer purchasing there, okay? I understand the significance of this coin. And I said, go look anywhere you want, and I mean that. As a matter of fact, I'll give you 30 days to do that.
That's true, too.
Okay? I'll give you 30 days. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Look, if this is out there, if you go out there and you find this coin for a penny less than this, you just send it right back, okay? A penny less than this, you send it right back. That I can tell you, that I can guarantee you, that's the deal. That is what this coin is about. That's the significant part of this coin. Sometimes you see people out there selling coins for crazy low prices. I don't get it. I don't understand it. This one is not one of those. This is so significant. It's so rare. And I own such a significant part of the entire mintage of these. Of the entire mintage of these coins that it's absolutely critical. It's absolutely critical that you understand this is your opportunity. As you see that clock ticking down, that 7 minutes, that is as this quantity is going down. This is the only presentation that I'm going to have at $19.99.95. That's it. You're looking at the final 6 minutes and 30 seconds that I'm going to present this at that. We are well over a third to a half of the quantity available. As a matter of fact, with everybody on the phone, I have no more than 4 dozen or 5 dozen.
I know. I was looking at that
remaining.
too. Yeah.
Most dealers across the United States would like to have 1 or even 2 of these coins. And from the way some of the orders are clicking in, they do now.
That's right.
Okay. But understand, if you go out there and look at the significance of this coin, and it's one of those things, it's like that 2016 SP Silver Eagle that we were showing and talking about. What it really comes down to is the United States government created Rarity relatively unintentionally. Had they made the 2016 Congratulation sets and announced they were only making 10,000 and they put it on the website, it would have crashed the website and they would have sold it out in 5 seconds. By 5 seconds, I don't mean like kind of as a round number. I mean literally 5 seconds, okay? Because that's what happens when they do this. But they didn't do that. It was a pure and complete anomaly that this coin becomes the rarest American Silver Eagle, which is why it's still relatively affordable at $19.99.
That's true.
And when you look at the coins that surround it, the $1,999.95 price point, I think becomes intensely more reasonable. Because if you look at the next rarest American Silver Eagle by this, the 10th anniversary American Silver Eagle, they made 31,000. That coin in this condition I sold here for $29,000.
Oh my gosh.
The very next rarest coin at 79,000 in the mintage. I'm about to sell right after this coin for $4,599. Or you have this coin with less than 6,000. So you've got 80,000 for 4,600. You got 30,000 for 30,000. Okay.
All right.
Or you have 6,000 for 2,000. So you do whichever thing in any way that you want to look at that you want to do that. We've got, like I said, now with everybody on the phone, maybe 3 dozen or so. Now that's assuming everybody on the phone is buying a single coin.
Oh, and that too.
Okay, is buying a single coin. And the thing I can tell you is that is not necessarily, as a matter of fact, it is most reasonably not the case. Okay? Do not be lulled into this. One of the things that I don't want you to do is, because I have a relatively reasonable quantity of these, I don't want you to get a relatively reasonable quantity of these. Do not get lulled into the fact that this is not a phenomenally rare coin. Okay? It is a phenomenally rare coin. It happens to be that you are looking at the quantity available, basically 95% of all the quantity of this coin in PR70 available on Earth. On Earth is basically what it comes down to with the coins that we have. We've sold 6 dozen, a little over 6 dozen of the coins, which is most of the quantity that we have, particularly with everybody on the phone.
Could you do me a favor and explain the Congratulation set?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some people are calling in. The United States government makes these special sets every year, whether they be, they do annual Silver Eagle sets. They do a Congratulation set. They've been making them since 2013. It's just a white set that says Congratulations, and it's for people to buy and give to people, in essence, as gifts. they've always been relatively rare and collectible and desirable. Like I said, this year they made the 2017 Congratulation sets. They made 75,000, sold out in like 5 minutes, and we sell those for like $500. Okay, we sell those for like $500. So this was the 2016 version. Because of the way it fell into the series of things that the Mint has done, okay? Because of the way it has fallen into that, it has haphazardly almost become the rarest American silver eagle. It necessarily was never meant to be, which is, at the end of the day, if you're a longtime coin collector, knows that's the way these things work, okay? That the real rarities, like the 31,000 that the United States government made of the 10th anniversary set, was supposed to be way more. That's just where they ended up with on the mintage, okay? That was a coin that they would have loved to have sold 100,000 or 150,000 or 200,000. So when they sell coins and then they get stuff back and they start destroying it, and then they release that final mintage figure. And that's the key. That's the one that goes literally like into the congressional record. Okay, that goes into the archives of the United States Mint, and it is in essence the legal number. And they release that on this set, and then all of a sudden, it explodes. The ungraded, uncertified sets, like I said, if you can find one out there, then it's just a white package with this American silver eagle in it. It's the only coin that's in it. And if you can find one of those for less than $1,000, you need to buy it immediately. Okay. Even if it's not 70, you don't even know what it is, you need to buy that. That coin is significant. That set is significant. It is a big, huge hunkin' deal, okay? I can tell you that right now. But I don't think you can. I don't think you can buy them for less than $1,000. The last one I saw sold for, I think, $1,168 or something like that, dealer to dealer. $1,168. I don't have any idea what it is today in the marketplace. It's difficult to even say. It's difficult to even guess. It's just one of those things that you just simply don't see because they simply don't exist. And a lot of that is just because I owned most of them. Like I said, by accident. At the instant they released that, I called around and bought every single solitary one that I knew of in existence other than the ones I already owned. So of the 5,900, I mean, I think I ended up with probably somewhere in the neighborhood of about 1,600 of those sets. I don't think anybody else right now on the planet has more than 5. Okay.
Well, right now, I'm just looking at the monitors, Mike, with everybody on the lines. We've got 24.
We got 24.
And that's if everybody's buying this coin and only one of this
And only one of these coins. And that's the key to this, okay? And that's the absolute key to this. So once again, like I said, we sold this 2 weeks ago. I sold it $1,499. I had to add in remember I told you I went out there and I bought all these additional sets. Every one I could get my hands on. I paid whatever they ask. Okay, I paid whatever they ask, and then I cost averaged everything in, and that's the only reason that I'm able